Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi. Vedo Nityam Adhiyatam Taduditam Karmasvanushthiyatam Teneshasya vidhiyatam apachitihi. Kamye matistyajyatam Papaughav paridhuyatam bhavasukhe Doshonusandhiyatam Atmecha vyavasiyatam nijagruhat Turnam vinirgamyatam. So Vedo Nityam Adhiyatam. So we talked yesterday about how far we have come from our own legacy, knowing our own legacy, and how important it is to understand this, especially because there is the Veda addresses a universal desire, not a specific desire of any one person, but a desire for everybody to be happy, to be free, and to not be bothered by samsara. So therefore, what can a quaint old text, an ancient text, tell us about the state of spiritual chaos in which we live right now, the poverty of connection and a scarcity and feeling unfulfilled? What can this text tell us? And in fact, the answer is plenty. It has plenty to say. And even though we haven't studied the Veda, we still have some idea what it's all about. That's why we have the chanting classes. So, Vedo Nityam Adhiyatam. Keep chanting whatever you have studied. And if you can't chant, listen to an authentic rendition every day, because that itself wears out a lot of resistance. The chants, they go up and down like that, and they break up certain resistances which we ourselves do not know that are there. And so this is Vedo Nityam Adhiyatam, meaning be close to the source. That is what it means. Then Tad Uditam. So the first portion is what? Brahmacharya. Vedo Nityam Adhiyatam, student life. Be a student of this Vidya. And then the Grihastha is given in the next next portion of the same line. What is that? Tad uditam karma su anushtiyatam. Tad uditam. Uditam means born of. Born of what? Veda. The Veda tells what to do, how to do, everything it tells. So follow that and then do your actions properly. What does the Veda tell? The Veda doesn't tell what to do, what not to do. It does do that, but mostly it tells how to bring about a change in your life from being a person who is wanting to do as they like. Because that's how we are all in the beginning. I want to do what I want to do. I don't want to do what the Veda says. Who is this Veda? Who gave it that authority? I want to do what I want to do. I want to be free. And strangely, one of the paradoxes is that freedom and discipline go together. The more disciplined one is, the more free one can be. But this is not understood. So, usually what will the person say? I want to do what I want to do. So, the Veda teaches one to grow from a person who wants to do as they like into a person who likes whatever they have to do. A very big spiritual evolution, a very big transformation. This is not ordinary. In the beginning, you want to do as you want to do. Why? The proliferation of raga dveshas. There is a colony of raga dveshas inside the head and quickly growing, like how bacteria reproduces. Raga dveshas are faster than bacteria. Quickly they proliferate, quickly they are crowding the head, and they have made me their slave. Me buddhi, me ahankara, they have made into a slave, enslaving the buddhi, manaha, ahankara, etc. They wreak havoc on my mind and they take me away from discipline, because raga dveshas don't like the discipline, and the ahankara is completely drunk on the raga dvesha cocktail. So the ahankara is also with the raga dveshas and basically giving voice to them. It doesn't like discipline. It does not at all like discipline. It does not at all want to do anything to do with discipline. It wants to do whatever it wants and drag the jiva in the process. So here, to reverse that, it says, follow a certain formula. What is that formula? There are 5 types of karmas that one has to do in the course of the day. What are they? Nitya karma, things that have to be done every day. And that also there is what? Vaidika and Laukika. Vaidika means Agnihotra and some religious karmas, and Laukika means brushing teeth, etc. That also is Nitya karma. Taking shower, brushing teeth is Nitya karma. If you don't do it, there are immediate consequences. Nobody will want to sit next to you the next day. Okay? So this has to be done. Nitya karma. Then what's the next kind of karma? Occasional karma, naimittika karma, like Krishna Janmashtami, birthday of Krishna, Guru Day, Guru Purnima, and Deepavali. All these things we celebrate, and this is all, what is that called? Occasionally it comes. Every day if it will not come. Once in a while it will come. Ekadashi, all these things are naimittika karma. Then what's the third type of karma? Kamya karma. Karmas not enjoined by the Shastras, but enjoined by who? The Ragadveshas. Ordered by the Ragadveshas. So, the Ragadveshas go rogue. There is a set menu. If you go to the restaurant, there is a menu. You order that and then this will come. So, it is like a thali culture. The whole Veda and everything is like a thali culture. You know what thali is? Yeah. Some things will come. 2 vegetables, a couple of chapatis, a little mound of upturned rice, and then what else? One little sweet, and some yogurt, and some salad and pickle. This is what is typical thali. It can get really fancy. It can be basic. Doesn't matter. This is a thali. This is what it is. You can't say, I did not order this, I ordered that. No. Everything is in it. What is for lunch? Lunch is for lunch. That's all. You cannot say, I'll have this for lunch, I'll have that for lunch. No choice possible at all. Lunch is what is for lunch, and we decide what you are going to eat. This is actually, this surmises pretty much how one grows out of ragadveshas, because it's a thali culture, it's all there. It's everything is there. You can't pick and choose. Like we had one, some interfaith conference, and lot of religious leaders had come from abroad. And then I had to take them out to breakfast. And then idli, chutney, sambar. And then the person says, I don't want idli. Bring sambar and chutney. And the man is scratching his head. How to do that? He doesn't know how to do that. How to build this, he doesn't know. What you are looking at me? Just bring sambar, whatever this is. What is this? He asked. Sambar. Okay, bring sambar. And then bring chutney. I'm diabetic. I can't eat idli. No, you can have chapatis. No, I don't want chapati. I want only chutney and sambar. This is very difficult in India, because what we eat in India is a metaphor for our very being. There is, to overcome the ragadveshas, a certain kind of a diet of choicelessness is enjoined. Much as we may hate it, this choicelessness helps us to grow and truly be free. So there is a connection between discipline and freedom. You think you are free now. You are not free. You are a slave of each and every raga. Passing raga and dvesha has you in its shackles. You starve the raga dveshas on a diet of choicelessness, and then after that they give up, and then you are really free. Wherever you go, you can be however you want. You can't say, I can't have this, I can't do that, I must do this, I cannot handle this, all these things. So therefore, this is the teaching here. So nitya karma has to be done, naimittika karma, and then the third one is kamya karma. So it is the chutney and the sambar ordered by the ragadveshas. Don't want idli, only chutney, only sambar. Kamya karma. Kamya karma is not enjoined by the Veda at all. Kamya karma means things I want in my life and how I am going to get it through prayer. Then the fourth type of karma is nishiddha karma, things that must never ever be done. Killing, defrauding, cheating, lying, all these things. Nishiddha karma. But then, can we always not do nishiddha karma? No, we are eminently fallible. So nishiddha karma, the things which we must not do, we do keep doing, and therefore we have the fifth type of karma. What is that? Prayashchitta karma, a karma of atonement. These fivefold karmas are on the plate of everybody. So this is what it means. Taduditam karma anushtiyatam. Practice these karmas. And then we can get a little more fancy. Out of these 5 karmas, don't give up nitya karma, because I told you, you won't have any friends if you give up nitya karma. Don't give up nitya karma. Do not give up naimittika karma. Do not, and of course, give up nishiddha karma. We know we should not do nishiddha karma at all. Then what else is there? Kamya karma, give it up. Don't touch it with a 10-foot pole. This is what is that? It is the moksha accelerator. This formula. Give up kamya karma. And when you give up kamya karma, what happens? You are only doing that which needs to be done, and that which needs to be done, when you do, it becomes an impetus for your growth, emotional growth, maturity. The emotional growth and maturity contribute towards getting ready for this knowledge. That is why it is very, 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 very important. So this is the formula. Karma su anushthiyatam. The su means sushtu, very well. Very well think about the karma and do it. So kamya karma is a karma of choice, but I am putting the raga dveshas on a diet of choicelessness. Most people don't understand how ingenious this is. Most people think, I am being told to not have any choices. Why are they thinking like that? Because they have become enmeshed with the ragadveshas, so that they cannot tell themselves apart from the ragadveshas. They have gone and conflated themselves with the ragadveshas, identifying so strongly. But that's not, you are not being told to have a choiceless life. Who is being told to have a choiceless life? Raga dveshas are put on a diet of nitya karma, naimittika karma, nishiddha karma, and what's the last one? Prayashchitta karma, karma of atonement if any wrongdoing is there. Then what happens to the raga dveshas? They grow tame. Instead of trying to make you into a dasa, dasa means servant, they are ready to serve you. And this is what has to happen against all odds and against my kicking and screaming and resisting, because there is an identification with the ragadveshas. So I constantly want to do something or the other, and I constantly resist this discipline. This is the discipline. And then this is the general discipline. There is also a particular discipline with regard to the karma, in the sense that I do not wait for karma phala. I'm not karma phala focused. I'm not focused on the, results of action. Then why do anything? Simply sit quiet. What's the point? If I'm not interested in the results of action, why should I do the action? The Veda says, for your own growth. So an action that is done for emotional maturity rather than for the karma phala. Usually what do? I want something out of the karma. That's why I keep doing this. Correct? This is what I do. But then here what does it say? It says that is not what to do. What to do is to basically say that I'm not focused on the karma phala. I'm doing the action because it simply needs to be done. I do what needs to be done. Why? Because this is my duty. Swadharma comes into the picture. I have certain duties. I am a son, I am a daughter, I am a mother, perhaps I am a father, I am a spouse, I am an employer, I am an employee. So each of these roles have certain duties. So I cannot say I am not going to do the duty. I do the duty, and when I do the duty, I am focused on the duty, I am focused on doing the job properly, rather than thinking of getting approval, accolades, all these things. I can expect them, no problem, but I am not fixated on them. I am able to manage the emotions in the event that I don't get what I expect, and instead use the action for self-growth. Because if I am not focused on karma phala, growth does take place, because I have done everything as well as I can. So that is the specific way to handle karma. First thing in this section is to not focus on the result of actions, is to not be a karma phala holic, and therefore do the karma because it needs to be done, not because I'll get something out of it. And then the next step in this is, whatever karma phala comes, I take it as prasada. This is called cultivating the buddhi of prasada buddhi, an orientation of receiving everything as prasada. Just like when you go to the temple one day, vada, very nice, fantastic, and then next day just some water, that's all. Not even a tulsi leaf came into the hand, just some water. You don't fight with the priest, hey, where is my vada? Last time I got vada, where is it now? Where is laddu? Where are the sweets? Because the going to the temple is like a metaphor for life. You are ready to receive whatever comes as prasada in life. Just like in the temple, you don't fight with everybody. They got a bigger piece, I got a smaller piece. Come on. You don't do that. So similarly, here also in life, you anticipate certain things, but you don't get them sometimes. Somebody said, God does not answer the prayers. I said, no. Bhagavan definitely answers the prayers, but sometimes the answer is no. Yeah. And when that answer is no, I should say okay. Or sometimes the answer is not yet. I have to accept that. And in accepting that, there is growth, because I have overcome a disappointment and have accepted that. Disappointment is a polite term for raga dvesha. That's all it is. And so, this way one grows. First by dedicating the action and doing it to Ishvara, and doing it because it needs to be done, no other reason, not for getting something out of it. And then taking whatever comes as a prasada from Ishvara, one grows. This is what is called Karma Yoga. Here I have presented it briefly. We'll be seeing it at length in chapter 2. Chapter 2 of what? Abba. Okay, good. Yeah. Of Bhagavad Gita, we'll be seeing that. So karma su-anushtiyata means do this karma properly. What does it mean, do it properly? Tena ishasya apachitihi something, adhiyatam or sandhiyatam, what is that? Tena ishasya apachitihi vidhiyatam. All this is in the imperative. You have to do, you must do. Tena ishasya apachitihi. Apachitihi means worship. So your actions, what kind of actions? Not raga dvesha powered actions. The other kind of actions, actions that need to be done based on your role and your placement in life. Your actions become flowers in a mala to Bhagavan. Your worship the Lord with your actions. Tena ishasya, for Ishvara, of Ishvara, apachitihi, worship, apachitihi vidhiyatam. Worship Ishvara with the actions. When do the actions become worthy of worshipping? Of worship? When they are fresh. When you are doing it not for the sake of karma phala, but for inner growth. When it is reverentially done, even if you might not care for the recipients of that action, you still overcome whatever feelings there are to reverentially do the action so that the recipient gets the best out of this. Then it qualifies to be offered as naivedya. What are you offering as naivedya to the Lord? Your own actions. A plate full of your actions that you are doing today in a timely manner. Procrastination is not action. Procrastinated action is not worship worthy. Why? So supposing I had to do something 10 days ago, 20 days ago, and somehow I am now getting to do it. Oh yeah, Ishvara, fine, this is for you. Ishvara, this is not for Ishvara. Why? Because it's akin to offering 10-day-old food to Bhagavan. Would you do that? No. Freshly it has to be cooked. You see in the temple, people, we only go there at 5 o'clock or whenever that opens. But before that, in the back kitchen, they're already cooking. They're already making the sweet. They're already offering the lentils or the pulses, whatever is offered. And so they're cooking that. That means what? It has to be freshly done. A fresh offering is naivedya, and the action freshly done on time is Ishvara worship worthy. Tena ishasya vidhiyatam apachitihi. Kamye manaha santyajyatam. So, take out the mind from kamya karma. Do not even look at kamya karma. No, but this is a very difficult life. I am already squirming. You are not squirming. Tell me what is squirming? Always remember. Each time you feel uncomfortable with any portion of the disciplines given here, tell yourself the most important thing. What is the most important thing? I am not squirming. I am not opposed to this. What is opposed to this? A silly bunch of childish ragadveshas, which I am trying to overcome. That's why I am reading this text. That's why I have come to study this text. No, I didn't come to study this text. Well, you are here, it has come to you. Even better. You didn't choose it, it has come to you. Thali culture, I told you. Things come without choice. So here, this wonderful text has come to you and it's telling you something. Give it a benefit of doubt. What do you have to lose other than ragadveshas? What do you have to lose other than atma ajnanam? What do you have to lose other than samsara? Nothing. Nothing is harmed by trying this out. Kamya karma, ragadvesha powered karma, the chutney and the sambar is to be given up. Give up the chutney, give up the sambar and lead a life that is in keeping with dharma. No, but I can dharmically fulfill the desires. Yes, you can. But if you are here for Vedanta, then try to not fulfill them and see what happens. Usually what will happen is when you don't, first you feel like you're on the brink of death. You feel like you're dying. What is really dying? Ragadvesha and the ahankara that is stuck to the ragadvesha feels like it's dying. You are not dying. And so you feel like you're dying when the ragadveshas are dying, and then afterwards you feel so much freer because life becomes much more available to you to do creative things rather than keep on dodging raga and dvesha and managing them in the mind. Okay, this time I fulfilled you, next time another one's turn, because all of them yogapath simultaneously you cannot fulfill. So this time I fulfilled you, next time your turn, next third time this one's turn. Look at how stressful the life gets. And whatever you want, as Pujya Swamiji would say, whatever you want badly is either illegal or immoral or has too many calories. You can't have it. Whatever you want is like that. So what are you going to do? So this kamya karma is a big headache. Kamya karma meaning following something that I want, following the path that I want, and I chart, and I, too much I, and the wrong kind of I. If it was the self that is all pervasive, talking about itself as I would be very happy. But it is not. It is a ragadvesha, ahankara based I, ahankara identified, ragadvesha identified I that's running the show and making you think on top of that how clever it is. See, it's running the show, it has enslaved you as a servant, and then it's making you think you are free. Really. This is really the master gaslighting by the ragadveshas. This has to be reversed. And like the latest innovations in non-malignant tumors, what do the doctors do? They just cut off the blood supply to the tumor. As long as the blood supply is there to the tumor, it can grow, it can wreak havoc. So this is if it's a small tumor, it's a non-surgical, very interesting option. So they insert something to cut off the blood supply. And the poor tumor says, what happened to my food? Where is my blood? Where is the food? Where is the nutrients? Nothing is coming. So it is in the death throes, shrivels up eventually and dies away. The raga dveshas are like that. We have to stop feeding them. You go to any park, it will be said, do not feed wildlife. Have you heard that? Have you seen that board? Yeah. This is inner wildlife, okay? Why should we not feed wildlife? First of all, they'll get used to humans. Secondly, also they are wildlife. They can suddenly attack. You cannot just feed the bear and say, oh, how nice. You see a baby bear, oh, how cute you are, let me play with you. The mother is nearby. Mother is extremely protective. And the mother sees you as a threat. Therefore, do not disturb the wildlife. Do not feed the wildlife. And raga dveshas are dangerous forms of wildlife. Where? Here. Do not feed them. Starve them. Oh, but I am starving. You are not starving, trust me. You are not starving. You are coming out free of them. Then only you are totally free. Otherwise, you are a slave to those raga dveshas. Starve the raga dveshas by saying bye-bye to what? Kamya karma. Kamye matihi. Matihi means this buddhi tyajyatam. Take out the buddhi from kamya karma. But how? How means by making in the beginning a kind of a bifurcation between the kamya karma. Certain objects of desire, certain desires are very, very urgent. Certain desires will not shut up. Certain desire bind you to make them be fulfilled, and certain desires exert a pressure on the person to fulfill them immediately. These are the troublemakers. These raga dveshas must be put in some jail inside. They have to be out of commission. They have to be incarcerated. They have to be starved. There are now the other kind of desires which you can say fulfilled, okay. Not fulfilled, okay, no problem. It's like any kind of a evening plan made with friends. Let's go see this movie. Oh yes, this looks like a very good movie. Let's go see this. You go there and it is, what has happened to it? Sold out. Not there. Then you say, doesn't matter, we'll go see another one where the tickets are available, and you go there and you enjoy and you come back. So these kinds of desires can be encouraged, can be attended to, but the kind of desires that press you for their fulfillment urgently all the time must not at all be looked at. The binding desires, they are called, because they bind you to fulfill them. We don't give them the time of day. The non-binding desires, that's okay. No problem in fulfilling them, because fulfilled I am free, unfulfilled also I am free. It's okay. So this is what. So now you feel better, right? Because I'm not taking away all the kamya karmas. I'm only taking away that portion which is troubling you to be fulfilled immediately. There is an urgency, there is a push, there is some kind of, some issues from the past which makes you feel like it is all entangled. I have to have this, I have to have this. That one must not be engaged in at all. Kamye matihi tyajyatam. Then also for one's spiritual growth, papaughav paridhuyatam. This papa, what is papa? All the, we don't translate it as sin, okay? The only sin is to translate the word papa as sin, okay? Even though here it is unfortunate that they have translated it like that. What is papa? Papa is uncomfortable situations arising out of some adharmic action in the here or in the previous lives. That is what is papa. Uncomfortable situations that need to be faced as a result of adharmic actions. Punya, comfortable results, comfortable situations as a result of dharmic actions done here or where? In the previous life. This is punya, this is papa. Pujya Swamiji would say there is no translation. You can say pa pa, he would say. Yeah. There is no English translation for papa or punya. So therefore, this papa ugha, a papa plus ogha. Ogha means a huge bunch, samuha. A heap of papa is called ogha. Papa ugha. A plus o. What do you get? Au. Papa ugha, papa plus ogha. Papa ugha paridhuyatam. Wash off this papa. How? Through prayer, through helping, seva. Prayer, seva, charity. These are the three ways to wash off papa. Wash off the papa. And then, bhavasukhe doshaha anusandhiyatam. Bhavasukhe means in the day-to-day sukhas, pleasures, see the fallacy in those. See the fallacy means see the limitations in those objects of pleasure or in the pleasurable situations. Like how every object of pleasure enjoys or suffers from rather three limitations. What is the first one? Dukkha mishrita. Dukkha mishrita means every happiness is mixed up with sorrow. Like that child I saw in America, eating her ice cream and crying. I said, what happened? Where is your mom? She's over there. The mother looked least interested. The mother said she's a little drama queen, don't encourage her. But I was just intrigued. So I said, what happened? Why are you sad? Did somebody say something? No, the child is just... and continues to eat ice cream from the little cup. 5 years old, tiny little thing. So then I said, what's wrong? Half is over. And mom says, I can have only one. You can have one more tomorrow. No, I want it now. It's all already over. Half is gone. Dukkha mishrita. Every sukha is dukkha mishrita. Yeah, you can't have pure sukha at all. It's always little bit having this dukkha mishrita. Pujya Swamiji used to illustrate this with the example of the bag of peanuts. You know peanuts, groundnuts, yeah. So then you are watching a movie, maybe at home, Netflix with your loved ones, very nice, the whole family is sitting and watching, plus there are peanuts being passed around, very nice. You pop one in, aha, how nice, how wonderful, and then one of the peanuts is rancid, bad. So from this bad peanut, it is very difficult to recover. So the sukha always has inside it what? Dukkha. So the first problem with the worldly sukha is that it has dukkha mixed into it. Yeah. Like tea laced with cyanide in Agatha Christie stories. Here darling, have the tea, quickly drink. This is... So this is the situation. Everything is laced with a little bit of poison. So that as soon as I celebrate, I find that there is dukkha there. I'm very happy. Oh, I have this award. Fantastic. Not many people get this award. And then somebody else is also jumping over there out of excitement. Who is that? Yeah. It turns out to be somebody I don't like at all. They too got this award. How dare they? What has happened to my the happiness with my award? Yeah, it has gone. So dukkha mishrita, first problem with any sukha that is manufactured by the subject-object fusion. The sukha that is manufactured by subject-object fusion has 3 limitations. Dukkha mishrita, that is the first one. Then the second one is that it is atriptikaraha. Atriptikaraha means no matter what you have, it is not enough. Somebody gives 100 rupees, why not 1,000? Okay, have 1,000. Somebody gives 1,000 rupees, why not 10,000? It will keep on increasing. So, therefore, the second limitation or dosha, fallacy of the bhava sukha in the jagat. Bhava means becoming, samsara. Samsara based sukha, and is that it is atriptikaraha. No matter what you achieve, you want to achieve something more. Even if you become the next reigning Indra, oh, I can become Indra? Sure you can. You have to do 100 Rajasuya Yajnas impeccably. And by the time you do the 97th one, till then Indra is keeping quiet. After that Indra wakes up. Who is coming to replace me? And Indra will send some Vigna in the Yajna. Indra will send somebody to drop a crow's wing, which is inauspicious, and other inauspicious things to put there. And so therefore even Indra is not steady in his status as the king, as the ruler of the universe. Even Indra is not steady. What to talk of anybody else? So the second thing is what? Atriptikaraha. Never satisfied. I go from one thing to accomplishing one thing to another thing, yet another thing, yet another thing, one more thing, one more thing, one more thing, one more thing. No end to this. No end at all. Somebody said, I already have 2 PhDs, I'm about to finish my third one. I had only one question, why? That's all. Even doing one PhD is so hard, why are you doing 3? But there is some restlessness, it's never enough. It's never enough. So, atriptikaram, that is the second fallacy or the second limitation of bhava sukha, samsara based sukha. Then the third one is what? Bandhaka, badhaka, bandhaka. Bandhaka means it makes you bound. You want to be free, but it makes you bound. How does it make you bound? Because when you want more and more and more, what do? You do more and more and more karma, so that you get more and more and more karma phala. When you have more and more and more karma phala, especially if you have cut corners and all, what will happen? Papa. Then to get rid of the papa, then I do some more charity, some more prayers, and then do much more kamya karma and incur more papa because I have cut corners, taken shortcuts and rode roughshod over other people. So that this is the third problem, that it binds you to more karma phala. So you are between karma and karma phala, constantly going back and forth. And therefore, the sukha, you have to see the limitations of the sukha. We can add more limitations. It is finite, whereas I want the infinite. It is always away from me, even though there is subject-object fusion. I and the chocolate cake become one, but still it is away from me. Why? Because that was just a momentary sukha. The next chocolate cake is still away from me, and that's why I keep going after it. So that's another, in addition to these three, there are two more, which is what? Finitude. It is finite and it is away from me. Away from me means it is not me. And if it is not me, it can never give sukha, because it will always be the subject-object based, and it is limited. And then lastly, it also is, so it is limited. I just lost the thought. It will come back. So what did we just discuss? It is finite. It is giving finite results, and then it is that we had all those three we have discussed. Just now we discussed two more. Yeah, it is away from me, and since it is away from me, it is not limitless. What I want is to be limitless. It is not limitless because it is away from me. If it is away from me, then there is one more corollary that happens. If it is away from me, I am chasing it all the time. I am chasing it all the time, and then as I am chasing it, what am I? I am exhausted, I am stressed, I am not happy. So all these problems are there with the then the last one is that it is everything that I go after is put together. It's all put together. Either it's put together by Ishvara or it's put together by humanity. It is put together. And whatever is put together falls apart. When it falls apart, I also fall apart. So therefore, bhavasukhe doshaha anusandhiyatam. Make sure you know these limitations. And therefore, what to do? What should I desire? No problem, the writer says. Desire Atma. Atma Ichha. Atmani Ichha. Develop a desire for knowing the Atma. Vyavasiyatam. Cultivate. Decide. Vyavasayatmika buddhihi means Nischayatmika buddhihi. Nischayatmika buddhihi means have a certain pursuit, certitude of pursuit, that you are going after the Atma, because all of them have all these problems, and then please go after the Atma. Go after the Atma, because that will not disappoint. Why? Because it is not put together. It is not away from you, you are not chasing it. It's not put together, it won't fall apart. You are not chasing it. And it is not mixed with sorrow, because Atma is limitless. Satchidanandam Brahma it is. It is limitless. And then what else? It is definitely fulfilling. It is not atriptikaram, unfulfilling. Why? Because it is you. It is full. And it is not bandhaka, it does not bind you further, in fact it frees you. It frees you completely. Therefore, leave aside all this nonsense, cultivate the desire to know the Atma. Oh, that's nice. After that, what should I do? Immediately leave the house. That's what it says, I'm not making it up. Turnam means immediately, right now. Nijagrihat, from one's own house, push off. Why? Because the house is bandhaka in a way. Because there is, there are all these, there is a kind of a familiar relationships, but that familiarity is also binding. Like no matter how old you are, if you go to your parents' house, what will you be? A child, yeah. Somehow you get into that role. Even if the parents may not be reproducing that role, but you get into that role. You become a teenager, you become a child, you become whatever age you left that house, and then you start reproducing some scary patterns that frightens even yourself. And same thing. And same thing, if any other relationship also same thing. With the siblings also certain patterns are there. With everybody the certain patterns are there. And one is a newbie. Newbie means very fresh at this Atma Ichha. Atma Ichha is new. Atma is new. I have never even known what this Atma is. Now I have to desire Atma. It's all new. And in this new desire, I am in a vulnerable state. And in this vulnerable state, if you with this newfound desire for freedom, if you continue to live in the house, you can only imagine what will happen. Yeah, the small little flickering mumukshutvam will be snuffed out by all these patterns. And then you say, nothing I want ever, I never get what I want. Same story will start happening. Therefore what? Turnam, quickly, right now, Nijagrihat, from your own house, push off. Leave home. All the people who we know have got moksha did not get moksha sitting at home. Okay, think about it. Yeah, think about it. Sitting at home, they just got more samsara. That's all. At least for the time being, you have to leave the house. Till you become strong, strong enough to resist the patterns, to resist all these things. So, more we'll see tomorrow. Enough. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha.